So I'm back in Switzerland and I'm thinking about my experiences in South Africa and looking at the comments that my posts have been receiving. And one of the things I'd like to speak about is how the church, specifically Christianity, has been complicit in the suffering of the South African blacks. And that is that the teachings of Christianity today really support the concept that people might have that they're stuck in their position and all they can do is pray to God and get hope that they will one day be saved. On the other side, from the Christian leaders, for example, they are being taught by the church that all they need to do is to believe in Jesus and they will be saved. And they're also told by the church that works will not get you into heaven. So it is easy for them to sit back and say, I believe in Jesus, so I'm going to heaven, and God will take care of the rest. That's not what Jesus taught, not at all. And the church has been corrupted by political leaders, specifically Justinian, Constantine, to take Christianity and turn it into a political tool to rule the masses. And it's been effectively used over the centuries to appease the people, being complicit in things like the Crusades, being complicit in the Inquisition. Nowhere does Jesus tell us to kill the heretics. And also, Jesus tells us that we need to love our enemies. We need to love our neighbors. We need to become perfect as God is perfect. This is not taught in Christianity. It is taught in Buddhism. Buddhism teaches us that we need to become perfect in order to reach nirvana. And this happens over many lifetimes through reincarnation. Not the Hindu reincarnation of random acts, but a continuous learning, continuous reestablishment of our virtues. And those virtues include charity. They include loving our neighbors. They include humility. And this doesn't exist in Christianity, this concept of reincarnation, that we have to pay for everything that we've done wrong, that there's fate, that there's karma for what we do. And if we oppress somebody in this lifetime, you can bet we'll be oppressed in our next lifetime. So the church has really supported the apartheid movement and the original oppression of all the missionaries who went out and tried to teach the natives all around the world. And they did so much harm by trying to convert them. They did more harm than good, in my opinion. And you can see that in South Africa. You can see this 400 years of oppression that the black South Africans have lived under, and the church telling them, just pray to God and you'll be okay. They're submissive. God helps those who help themselves. And the church is not teaching you that. So think about the words of Jesus. Think about what he said and how he lived. And that is what we need to do. We need to do work. We need to work on ourselves. We need to become virtuous. We need to become loving, caring. We need to love our enemies. And what does that mean? That means trying to understand the people around you. Try to understand their conditions that they live in, that why they're angry, why they're upset, and try to help them. Don't preach to them. Give them an example of how to live, as Jesus did. The truth about Christianity is, yes, we need to believe in Jesus, but we also need to walk in his footsteps, just as he lived. That's what's required of us, because our restoration back to heaven will not be complete until we become perfect as he was perfect.